Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Today we're going to be going into the farmstead because we haven't gone into there in a while, getting some crests and this selfish bracelet for the Lamia. This way we can level up the farmstead a little bit while leveling up the last of our apprentices, which are all these right here, and that's it. So a few of them will be hitting level 3 with this, a few of them will be very close to level 3, and Robin might just hit level 2. So the plan is, there's varying resistances here, so I kind of wanted to just go in with the marking party, but then Robin's just kind of there just because I didn't know what else to do. I was kind of tempted to bring Amani instead, but I wanted some more flexibility with what I was hitting. So instead, we're going to have Anubis here with the regular setup: Funerary Rites, Libations, Scout's Eye, and Grave Call. He's going to have the Purifying Water, so he's going to have minus dodge, minus speed. Libations here will cure Bleed and Blight, which is a thing in the farmstead. And then rather than take his Blessed Linen Trinket here, which would minus his speed even more for plus 25% healing, I just slapped on the Ancestor Scroll, which is 25% healing for a little bit more stress, which unfortunately is prevalent in the farmstead, but we'll see. He also has Spellbreaker here, which has 20% debuff resistance, so this may evolve into Hexer in the actual dungeon itself. We then have Tardif, the Bounty Hunter, with Collect Bounty, Mark for Death, Come Hither, and Flashbang. This time around I threw on the Hunter's Talon again, so he's going to consume extra food, which will be once again very prevalent in there. And I'm just realizing how much of this stuff I need to get off of him, so after this he will be in the sanatorium. But he's also going to get accuracy and crit, which he kind of needs accuracy because Collect Bounty is a little bit lower, and that I think there's some things in here with a little bit higher of a dodge. Then because the torch can't drop below 50, we just have the Ancestor's Candle for extra damage and dodge on him. I then have Misandry again with Sniper's Shot, Sniper Mark, Blind Fire, and Battlefield Bandage. So she'll either be marking or doing some severe damage with Sniper Shot because of all the extra damage there. And we have plus accuracy from the Hamayumi versus marked with also armor piercing attached to it. She does have minus 2 speed because of this setup, because minus 2 speed from the Hamayumi, minus 3 from the Wayfinder's Book, which gives her scouting chance. So unless I surprise something, she will be going like last. But that's alright, because she's supposed to be hitting the targets that are marked, which Anubis and or Tardif might be setting up for her. We then have Robin, the Bowman, with Change Arsenal again, Piercing Arrow, Vital Snipe, and the kill. I might change out Vital Snipe for Sure Shot depending upon how unlucky I am with the Stealth and Guard. We'll see. I then have the Moon Oil Bowstring on him, so anytime he hits a target, other enemies will get plus Bleed and Blight amount received, and on enemy kill, he'll deal Bleed and Blight amount to all enemy targets. We then have the extra dosage, so he does extra Blight amount, extra Blight chance, and minus 2 speed, so some of the party is slightly slower. But let's go on to this, see what happens, and maybe get a bunch of our people here off of Apprentice. Just gonna take some skeleton keys. Oh boy, I am out of money. I don't need that many shovels. I do want the medicinal herbs, and I do want an anti-venom. Beyond that, I'll just take this and see what I get. I do want to bring this much laudanum because I can bring back shards, and there are still a few things I'm trying to get with shards, and after I get all those, I can trade them for heirlooms. So that's going to be the last of our money for now. I can sell trinkets, I just don't want to right now. And we'll bring Kraken ribbons for everyone to level up. So popping those, and let's just get to it. All I have to do is gather 3 uncorrupted harvests, not like I have to scout everything or do every fight. So we'll see just how far we get, but let's take out a crofter for now.
Annihilated.
Let's do Grave Call to mark the eggs. That way I have extra accuracy and everything versus them, and Misandry will take them out. I do Vital Snipe. That's more than the kill, yeah. I could just take out the eggs. Let's do that. And that puts the Bleed and Blight on these guys. Then let's do some damage to a crofter. I think he drops the Bleed and Blight. And one's left. And that's our fight. taking what I can.
Destroy.
Agile boots may be moved at a later point in time. I do have a key, so I want to go to the secret door.
Glittering.
And lovely, lovely money. Okay. So from here, I was originally planning on going up, then just kind of scout around, because there is some stuff up there. I suppose I can bypass this fight here and just keep going. Remember, we ate an extra food here because the Tardif's 100 talon. I'm gonna use Laudanum here.
Wealth beyond
Don't really need that, but sure.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy.
He can do the trap. Here's an uncorrupted harvest that we're gonna need. So that's quest item 1 of 3. Oh, lovely, lovely. Okay. So what we're gonna do is mark the horse. Just collect bounty on it. I do Vital Snipe. I can hit this vine, probably take it out and transfer Bleed and Blight. Oh, lovely. Well, I still want to get rid of the vines, just because 2 actions each. I think the horse is going to stealth itself. Okay, that is a bleeding. This is a blighting one. I thought one of these might be a stunner, but it's not as bad, I suppose. Alright, Tardif can finish him off.
Just size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
We will do Scout's Eye for the extra damage here. The kill takes it out. The guarantee transfers everything if it would have went, and then we can just blind fire.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And then we'll take the shards, we'll take the money. Don't really need the sacrificial cauldron. Yeah, we can leave that. But done, I'm here. Sunken Idol for the Kraken Slayer. We're definitely taking that. We'll get rid of the Earthly Blend. I know I keep getting those, so they're gonna keep showing up. Over here doesn't look like anything, but can at least grab the curios. No quest location there. This is extra food. We can at least heal with it, I think. I know I could have filled my stack there, but whatever. And not taking the 100 gold over anything.
Now it must be carried home.
Another food one. So we'll take that. Just pop the 1 food there so I have the space. Not going to interact with that. Actually, I never really did check if the Laudanum worked there. Oh well. Alright, let's just get rid of a crofter.
Decimated.
Take out the egg. Up Miss Andrea's damage.
A time to
And she can take out a crofter.
limits.
Oh, screw you, egg. That's how this is gonna be, huh? The chicken and the egg. Okay. Take out chicken.
Destroyed.
I tried to take out the egg, it just didn't work. We're going to do extra damage to Robin now. So that way we can get the unsettling eggs. Which we can do Vital Snipe on to get extra damage for and take it out. You know, is the moon oil bowstring not working as intended? Because shouldn't that have taken or bled and blighted him? That's like the second time now.
Obliterated.
Alright, taking the anti-venom.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled.
Actually, we'll take the Onyx over it. Ooh, I want to get rid of Docomania, but I'm not going to risk mutated. So let's try to get rid of Aesthetic here. There we go. Pop over for the Curio. Onyx key.
To be spent.
Leave the rest. Then we'll go down where there's a quest location there. Tardif can do the trap. That's very hard for me to see. I just knew it was there because of the tile. Take this, which stacks into the one we have, I believe. I'm gonna go left first, get this area, because I want to also go up to that Curio. So Tardif can also get this trap. He's stress-free for now. We are definitely using this, which gets us more Comet Shards, and those are just more Curios, so we're going to go up first. Grab that, which is empty. Backtrack so I don't get any extra enemies, which are a thing in here, unfortunately. Very rare, but sometimes. Leaving this for now. It'll be good for a moment. That contains loot. Not that I can really use it, but, you know, whatever. At this point, we can get rid of the food. We'll do that. I am going to camp here.
A moment of rest.
Just because.
A chance to steel oneself
Base.
against the coming horrors.
So prevent nighttime ambush, up scouting. This is how we do it for the accuracy and the scouting chance, which I don't think is going to be too much of a thing. And then we'll do marching plan so everyone gets +2 speed. Take the extra Comet Shards there.
Often low on supplies.
And or here we go. Now we can dig through this. Not sure how shovels are helping with a crystal that big, but you know, whatever. There's a map inside, which means quest location right there. Gotcha. You know what? He can do traps. Get that little bit of stress down. And oh, there's a fight. I wasn't expecting that at the quest location. The past few didn't. You know what? I want the vines down. They're gonna be easier. What we're gonna do is mark him so we have the accuracy. Then I think we can take out these three. So Tardif, smash that one. Robin can do Vital Snipe on this one because that does more than the kill. Once again, missed like a 90% chance. Something around that.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
That's still not bad. Okay, then just take out Crofter.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
This is what we got left. Speaking of, smash the Crofter. We'll up Misandri's damage to make sure the vine goes away. Do the kill on him.
Press this advantage. Give them no
There's the
quarter.
bleed and the blight. And then Misandri doesn't need to worry about the Seed of Madness. Not sure why that went.
Slowly.
Alright.
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Take the satchel, take Comet Shards, trade that out for the key, trade that out. Actually, that might be worth more. And then we got this. So we'll trade out the bandages. Quest complete.
Well performed.
So we got the Selfish Bracelet for the Lamia, which is 15% damage, 3 crit, but minus 10% healing done, so you don't want to use this if you're having a healing Lamia on you, generally, although it's not the worst thing in the world. Then we got a few crests, and 20,000 gold, which is more than I went into there with. Only Tardif hit level 3. A few of these other things are a little bad though, so I do want to get them off. Reckless on Anubis isn't great. The extra crit's alright, I suppose. Faded is alright. And Koshu we're probably going to eventually want to get off. Tardif got Loner. Misandri got Ladanum Penchant and Roused. And then Tranquil Mind there on Robin, which is actually really good.
The preponderance of
And then all of that is going to be free to treat.
makes this
So
place
I think I am going to take advantage of that because I need to get rid of Docomania. So we'll lock or get rid of that. I did want to lock in Tranquil Mind here, so we're gonna do that. I did the thing on Brunhild here, right? I did, okay. We're gonna get rid of Tetanus on her. Anubis needs to get rid of Kusho, however you pronounce that one. And then I really would like to get rid of Ladanum Penchant. And we'll lock in Roused while we're at it, because it's free. At the Stagecoach, nothing I'm interested in. So what do we have left for level apprentices? I can go in with this type of a group to the Farmstead even. Or do I want to go to the Cove because there might be a little bit of Blight here? Let's do the Cove just because of Blight. Thing from the Stars might be here, which is unfortunate, but that's alright. We're gonna bring her there. Oh, actually, this party might not work out. Otherwise, Damien's in the back doing nada. Alright, so scrap that. So instead, let's progress the Weald a little bit. Go fight the Brigand 12-pounder, I think. Get that boss down. Foreman's Liquor might be alright if I wanted a marking party with her, which could be a thing. Just gotta think of who I want to bring. What does the cannon count as? There's... Where is it? Antimatter Bomb versus Ironwork, Cauldron, Carpentry, and I think the cannon counts as Ironwork. I have a fun idea. Okay, so I'm going to buy the Antimatter Bomb for the Bombard. Just because I have a fun idea that I want to do. We're then going to take Fulvilles here. And equip said Antimatter Bomb. I will be unequipping it like right away until we get to the boss, but it's something for now. We want damage on him. So we're going to take Molotov Cocktail. We're going to take Kaboom, because that marks him. Alright, so we're going to go take out the Brigand 12-pounder. This could get interesting with the party I have chosen, but we'll see how this works, because this is kind of a ragtag, but also I thought it would be fun, and some parts were built around a single character. First of all, we're just going to bring Pernicosis, the Lawbringer, just because I thought it would be funny to bring him versus a bandit 12-pounder. So he's going to have Fragmentation Grenades, so his Ignis Ember here, which hits ranks 2 and 3, and otherwise, minus his dodge, will also do a bleed, also giving him just plus 8 accuracy base, but Ignis Ember will have minus 25% damage. I'm fine with that since it's now doing a bleed. I then just have Ad Mortem Situs, so that his Ad Mortem move here, which is like his penultimate move, like he builds it up the entire fight, has more accuracy and crit. For a common, that's really good to me. Then the crux of this. Now, I will say I haven't looked this up and my memory escapes me, so I'm not sure this is actually going to work the way I intend it to. However, if it does, it's going to be funny as hell. We have Fulvils, the Bombard, with multi-throw, armed / Kaboom, fire in the hole, and rearm it. Mainly the fact that, you know, Kaboom will wipe out the entire enemy bandit thing if I want him to. And then because Kaboom marks him, I'll be getting plus 30% damage. However, that being said, actually I might want to do it that way. We're going to have the antimatter bomb. So he's going to have plus 42 crit, but minus 50% damage. But then he does plus 250% damage versus ironwork, carpentry, cauldron, thatchery, stonework, and vegetation. A lot of the stuff in here counts as vegetation. I think the boss actually counts as ironwork. This could be funny as hell. Just like one hit Kaboom the cannon. Then for our healer, we haven't been using Uriel, so we're going to be bringing her. For those of you who don't know, the Lamia's basic heal cures bleed and blight. If she wants to stress heal, she also cures 4. And otherwise, in human form, I can have her do a bypass guard, pull, and up the crit rate received, and minus the dodge on an enemy. So that's going to be the main thing she's going to be doing. I threw Overture Box on her so she has more HP, more dodge, and Junie's head for more healing. And then we have Sophia and Wriggles, who have the Cauldron Motor, Dark Omen for marking for herself, kind of, but that's also plus crits received on the enemy if I can get that off. Right of the Third Eye, which if I don't, is a really nice move, and the first part of it, what it does is, if I don't take out an enemy with whoever I put this on, they will then just attack the entire enemy party for an additional 5 damage. I do have an additional part to that later because of a Trinket, but that's the base part of it. They also get plus accuracy and a few other things. But then she buffs herself, so Cauldron Motor, this move here that has horrible accuracy, will get plus 115 accuracy, and then Right of the Third Eye will make it blight enemies. If I use Dark Omen, it does plus 50% damage. So it's kind of building the Cauldron Motor up, kind of like the Ad Mortem on the Lawbringer. And then we just have Broomstick here, to just take out enemies when I don't want to be using any of that. Because then I have the Preserved Eye for the Gunwitch. Broomstick will give me extra torch, minus accuracy if torch below 51, on monster kill. Gain Gunwitch Trinket. But then we have the Hollow Shard, which is her Color of Madness Trinket. So Right of the Third Eye no longer has 1 use per battle, it has a cooldown of 2. So if the battle goes on long enough, I can throw it on the entire party. Then Right of the Third Eye, in addition to what it already does, will also give them 1 bleed per round for 999 rounds, so the entire battle on non-lethal attacks. So that beam that goes off will bleed the entire enemy party other than the cannon, because the cannon can't be bled. So we have a lot of stuff going for us in this fight. The one thing I really wanted to double check was I do not have that. Okay. We are going to get a few camping moves here. So I'm going to get Stalk of Prey here. Sophia and Wriggles can't get, actually doesn't have what I thought she had. Pernicosis does have a minus nighttime ambush, I just don't like it. And then, where's our Bombard? I thought he had one too. There he is. I will get a line of gunpowder, that way he does extra accuracy, crit, and damage, which will just further the whole extra damage from everything thing. This is going to be hilarious. It's going to work really well, or it's not going to work at all. We might also run into the Dwemer Lake here. We'll see.
The wild whispers of heresy roused the rabble to violent action. Such was the general air of rebellion that even my generous offer of gold to the local constabulary was rebuffed. To reassert my rule, I sought out unscrupulous men skilled in the application of force. Tight-lipped and terrifying, these mercenaries brought with them a war machine of terrible implication.
All right.
The smell of sulfur and gunpowder hangs in the air.
Fulvils gets the training ribbon, which is for the entire quest, plus accuracy, plus protection. And we'll continue on. We know where he is. And after that, we can backtrack if we need to. I'm also going to save the silver bullet for him, just to see how busted we can get stuff.
Nature herself.
Because this is a ranged attack, and this makes it crit.
Malformed with misintent.
We'll dig through this. Bandage this.
Wealth beyond
Take
measure,
all that.
awarded to the brave and the
Torch up
foolhardy
here.
alike.
And we just get the straight shot. There will be a fight on the way to this one.
A handsome reward
Trail blend.
for a task.
I think that one got changed too. I actually don't recall. Then I'm going to leave the money. So I might be backtracking, so I might want those keys, or one of these might be treasure chests. Alright, we got a Tenacious Crone along with 2 Ectos. So we are going to up the crit received on one of the Ectos. Let's just broomstick this one. I was kind of hoping to take it out. Molotov throw. He doesn't do too much damage on these guys because of the minus damage, but we got kind of what we need. We'll shove it, and then we're gonna Ignis Ember just to try to bleed the crone there. Oh, lovely. Alright, so we're gonna broomstick again, just to get the damage for the kill there.
As the enemy crumbles.
And we have a chance at getting Gunwitch Trinket. This should make her visible. We're going to cure the blight. And then we're going to Molotov throw. At the Ecto.
Obliterated.
Crit, it was going to take it out. And then just take out Crone, who has the higher dodge, so this may be a thing. But she only has 2 health, so this is kind of whatever now. So Swift Justice. If it hits, it hits.
Give them no quarter.
Taking Yonix, moving on along. We will use this for the food, not that we really need it. Everyone's at full health, and otherwise I don't need that food. Okay, cool. Got a full heal. Glad that was a miss, otherwise that'd be another fight. And here we go. Vegetation, 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 vegetation. This is about to be fun. Alright, so first of all, we're going to Rite of the Third Eye on Nicosis. This is speed 3. I think I can pull this off without anything bad happening, so we're going to do Kaboom, or Armed. So now this is going off. He's marked, so there's a very high chance of him being hit. But we'll be fine. I'm going to cure his stress. And then we're going to shove the grabber. And then we're going to Juggernaut to guard. I just messed up, didn't I? Oh, I don't have the trinket on that he can guard with Juggernaut. That's what it is. Whoopsie, this may hurt. For some reason, I thought he had a guard.
One's limits.
Well, still did some damage there. Can try to take out the fungal battery. Actually, I can cauldron motor it, can't I? There we go.
The fiend falls.
I cast gun. No, you cast cannon. We're going to heal the bleed and the blight there.
A momentary abatement.
Let's Molten Cocktail, hitting the Fungal Grabber for absurd amounts of damage. It drops the Blight.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
And it's standing. It's even creepier. Yay! So shove. And because both of them now drop, yeah, we'll do swift justice there on the Faun and the Fungal Hunter. Man, this guy is creepy.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the
Right, we can. We'll eat the bleed and just continue on. I'm gonna camp in this room up here, so it's not the biggest deal to me.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Trade out the extra torches there. We are going to broomstick the Imago.
Eradicated.
Which then damages them because of crit. We're going to Molten Cocktail the Fungal Deer, which counts as a vegetation for some reason. I guess all the vines growing out of it.
Perhaps the turning point.
Then shove. Then I can Ignis Ember to still hit him, which should bleed him. We're then going to Cleansing Tide, heal up. And Cauldron Motor. Healing Fulvilles. He's actually not at max HP just cause that. I thought that would it was minus like 30% max HP, and for some reason it only was 1. Interesting. Oh, there it is. He's back up to 47. Taking what we can.
Push on to the task's end.
Yeah, we'll leave that stuff. I am gonna camp here. Beast for the health and the stress, because Fulvilles was a little hurt. We're then going to Line of Gunpowder. Short fuse, so he has extra speed. I'm going to Night Watch so we don't get nighttime ambush. I can cure 1 disease, so let's do that. So with Lamprey's Kiss, I think that's worth it. And then we'll get that stress back down.
In radiance.
Now, unfortunately, I didn't see first scout to see which one of these it is, so I'm just gonna go right first. Anti-venom this. Take all that.
Waiting to be spent.
I will give up the food for that and then just heal up. We can dig in the burrow. Or bunnies. Then I don't think I need the Cosmic Pebble. So, oh, even the Imagos are vegetation, up to 39 damage. Wow. Before crit. We're gonna heal Fulvilles here, or not Fulvilles, Pernicosis. Just gonna broomstick, I think, here, taking out the Imago if I can. If not, I'll shove into Ignis Ember. And as Imago down that way, it doesn't summon anything. Alright. Well, Madman. I think the bleed takes him. I can now hit the Faun.
A death by inches.
Gonna get rid of the blight. Up crit received. Because Cauldron Motor would have otherwise missed. And then we're gonna shove, so he goes forward. And then Swift Justice. Just because that might be the boss there. Alright, does anyone need the food? No?
Slow and insidious killer.
I'll be stupid. Prefacing that probably was stupid. I didn't know that this was going to be the cannon. Okay. So it's up to 30 damage on the cannon before I crit. Or... That's probably a bad idea for this turn. But we have like guaranteed crits almost, if I really, really want them. Then we're gonna right to the third eye in Pernicosis. Yeah, I didn't really want to do the Kaboom with all this AoE going on. We're then going to Allure, pulling you. I tried. Shove him for now. That way I can get both with Ignis Ember. And he's gonna light that. Oh, bleed actually took him out.
Unforeseen, unforgiving.
So, gonna throw another Multivaut it. 20 damage, that's just insane for every hit. We're then going to pull the matchstick. And each one of these that it summons can have a different buff / debuff thing on it, so we'll see kind of what happens here. I am going to do... Can't debuff it, so let's do... This would still get me plus damage on Cauldron Motor though. So let's get the Fusilier back here just because I want him to bleed out. And then I'm going to push. I was thinking Swift Justice would be able to hit row 2, but I guess not. And then I would bleed him for 4, so I would need to hit him for 7. So I guess we're gonna Swift Justice him instead, making sure he goes down. Unfortunate about not like lasering the rest of them, but I think that's fine. Alright, let's get stupid. Now he's marked. Figured a blanket fire would be going off, but I was hoping it would miss. And then we would have had a shank coming from there. We can do the Cauldron Motor, taking out the Fuseman here. Healing. You know, I've totally forgot about the holy waters I brought for this fight again.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is.
Shove. Swift Justice. And we'll try this again. Because he only has Matchman now with the Aegis. So, we're gonna Holy Water, we're gonna Medicinal Herb. And then we're gonna Armed Kaboom. I was hoping that would take the Aegis off, but I guess not. We're then going to broomstick him. That gets the block off. Healing Fulvils. I might still have my action before this goes. Okay, nice. And then shove, and then Swift Justice. Reinforcements aren't gonna do you much when they're just gonna, like, actually go kaboom here. This is a ranged attack. Does plus 15% damage, on top of the fact that we're marked for plus 15% damage and 15% damage because we're marked. And then it's Ironwork, so I do 250% extra damage versus it. Now I'm going to use the silver bullet from her to make sure this crits. 22 to 26 with 100% crit on all of them. 38. The ground did quake. I actually thought it would do more. Would Cauldron Motor actually hit? No. So we will catch it. And then I'm guessing Ad Mortem finishes off cannon. Breakdown. Now, the thing about Cho's cannon there was two things. If you didn't see, there was different buffs going off on different enemies. That's because some of them came in with varying things, like they could be faster, they could have Aegis. They could have ones that if I hit them, they buff the enemy party. They could debuff me on hit. They have all kinds of things. Then if I beat the cannon while I still had Brigands up, I would still have to clear out the Brigands, which I really, really like about that. I was kind of hoping to scout up there. So we got the cannonball, plus 33% armor piercing, plus 20% damage, minus 8 accuracy, minus 2 speed. Got a blueprint, got a bunch of rubies. I just got a selfish bracelet, I think, if I remember right. Otherwise, I'm getting one for this, so it's fine. Then I can just get rid of that, I think. I am going to continue adventuring just because I got a little extra supplies. Not much, though. So we'll see how far I get. Because I want to go up here first. Be this, why not?
If only could staunch the flow of
I do need the deeds,
corruption.
so we're gonna get rid of the holy water, and I'm gonna get rid of the torches, and we're just gonna use the rest of the torches for now, and we're just gonna pop these off. Oh, it's the hanging tree. Hey, it's vegetation. I do extra damage now because I'm marked. Thank you. We're gonna do Molotov throw. And then we're gonna right to the third eye just to do extra damage. So I did get a tooltip about this guy. I don't remember where it was, but it was one of the times I wasn't recording, so it wasn't for this estate. Oh, that actually says why the hanging tree bleeds, or the dual tree, or whatever you want to call it. It can actually bleed sap. So that makes sense. There's a lot of sap there, although it does look a little eldritch to me, so it might have more than sap in there.
A brilliant confluence.
Alright, let's up the damage, up the crits received on the hanging tree. I'm actually gonna pop the veil and then do hiss. That way Fulvils isn't in rank 3 or 4, and that way he can use Molotov again. And then shove into I doubt Ad Mortem's going to do too much more here. I guess it is, and it has a lot higher of a crit, and will pretty much be done on the next set of actions, so I'm good with that. That's a little gross. Really doesn't like Fulvilles, but thank you for the mark. And now Molt of it.
Monsters
For 64 damage.
no intrinsic merit, unless
I don't think we'll be able to glue that thing back together even in hell there, Fulvilles. Ooh, that's not what I thought it was, but we'll be taking that. So we got a few more crests, and we got the Ancient Dragon Claw for the White Priestess, which is minus move resistance plus damage, and attack hit plus damage while in the same minus damage while in the same position. However, this kind of makes her go into a dance party really well, because on range attack, self pull, on melee attack, self knockback. So she can either go forward if she's using ranged attacks, or go back if she's using melee, and that would set her really up for the Knight's move. I forget exactly what it's called off the top of my head, but it could work really, really well, depending upon what you want there. Alright, well, since I kind of dropped everything else, like, even if I found the Banshee, which I would really want to fight right now, I can't dig it up. And yeah. Otherwise, all my supplies for interacting with the curios are gone, which is the main reason you want the Weald, or at least I do. I'm done, so, like, I got food left. But we destroyed the Brigand 12-pounder, which gave us the Foreman's Liquor for the Milkmaid, which is for very rare, plus 65% damage versus mark, minus healing done. If you want to use her as a damager, that's really good. Or, you know, just up the damage she does, because she does a lot of healing. A little less isn't going to hurt her too much. We also got 18,000 gold, 19,000, I can math, somewhere around there, and a lot of assorted heirlooms and a blueprint. Everyone hit level 5. Great across the board, so that's nice. Got Mercurial on Pernicosis, so depending upon how you use him, that's not great, because a few of his trinkets are actually based on him going Virtued. Fulville's got Bonehead, which is awesome, especially at this level. So he's going to get minus resolve experience, however, he's going to get plus stun resistance. So if he only has one resolve level left to give, that's not that much of a downside for the upside it gives. There's also one hero per roster because plus 20% stun resistance is a little busted. Hippocratic on Uriel, so plus healing done, which is awesome. Bad Humors on Sophia and Regals after we just got rid of that on Pernicosis, so that's minus 20% max HP. But also Tranquil Mind on Sophia.
Once, our estate was the envy of this
And
land.
don't really need to do that. I can upgrade the Examinant here, so let's take a very quick look at this. Because then I would lose a healer for this group. I have Clotter and Sunward Tactician, and I would be getting a lot of bad stuff. Bad healer, so he can't do his healing trick. Athantophobia, Loner, and Winded. However, I'm kind of still tempted to take it. That way we spend a lot less time in the apprentice levels. I mean, realistically, all we're losing is Clotter, and we're getting On Guard, which is plus speed and dodge, which, depending upon how I use, can be really good on the first round, and Scouting in the Weald. So, I mean, I'll take it just because it's saving me a bunch of time and money. It will screw these groups, I think, but there's going to be people that don't hit level 3 anyway, and I'm just going to have to upgrade them, I think. So let's trade this out.
This one has become vestigial, useless.
The only thing I can do for level 0s or apprentices is the Weald, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea. So I probably will be doing that next time, just getting a few of these guys to level 3 and then calling it that and just proceeding with champion or veteran and champion afterward. Sophie and Wriggles absolutely needs to get Bad Humors off, but I'd also like to lock in Tranquil Mind. So let's do that. Colville's was fine. Pernicosis was alright. Alright. Yeah, we're good. So, with that being said, oh, I guess there's a Warrens here too. So, I think the Weald will do me better. So, we'll be going into the Weald next time. Just to level up these apprentice people one more time. This is going to be a bit of an odd group, but I think these are the people that we're going to do it with. So we're going to have to kind of hodgepodge this, but that's fine. And go from there. So that'll be the plan. And we'll see kind of what happens, because after this, I'm just going to say, like, since it's going to be really hard to level up these two last people, and they're probably all going to hit level 3, we're just going to go from in veteran levels and onward from there. Only higher veterans is going to be the plan. And yeah, so moving up in the game, finally. And then I don't think the veteran stuff is going to last nearly as long, just because we're halfway out of that already. That'll be it for this time. As always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.